Yo, we are here again. Happy Saturday, peeps. Noadvisory podcast powered by 104.4 FM. It's your girl, Ashby.
And it's your girl, Shaboogs, trying to work these bum-ass boards.
Oh,
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
But guess what? We're going to get through this show.
I guess.
Shout out to everyone that's not here, which is everyone.
Everybody. Right, shout out Ed. Shout out CEO McClain. Shout out Petty P
Fine. Shout out Merciless.
E-Class. And shout out to my baby in the background.
Yeah,
this was unexpected.
Girl, my best friend.
Right. Oh, and shout out the boy K Digital.
What up?
Birthday in the studio with us.
Right.
We appreciate you being here.
Yes.
Yeah, we appreciate you being here.
We got to spend some time last Saturday at the A-Pod Connection.
Oh, we are not okay, you don't want to do this today, sis.
I just said we saw Kay last week.
Oh, okay.
Down to the A-Pod Connection.
I thought that.
We ain't gonna go into that because that could be a whole episode.
And we're not gonna do it. And I would hate for we trying to be out here supporting other black businesses and things. So I will not. I will not divulge. Okay. Right, exactly. We're just gonna leave it at yes. You got to spend some time with K Digital.
Right.
Period. Y'all gonna see him with the squad and everything.
That's right.
Moving forward at our events and all that, so shout out to him.
Yes, absolutely.
Moving on though, let's get into them hot topics.
Thanks, girl. That was actually good.
Was it?
I liked it. Alright, so you guys already know we start with the bull and end on a good note. Actually, this week we have quite a few things that we can end on a good note with.
Okay, that never happens.
I know.
Let's get into it.
I know, right? I had to dig.
Right.
But I got
but it was there.
Yeah, it was there. Alright, so we're gonna start off with this Gene Botham thing because it's just a never-ending case. I don't know what they're doing down there in Dallas, but y'all are truly out there tripping. So as soon as we left from talking about this last weekend, remember we had that whole hot topic discussion about the judge and the hug. The Dallas police officer found Joshua Brown dead.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, we saw that on Saturday while we were at the event. Right.
Now, at the time, they didn't know who did it, what happened. The police department has just identified 3 men suspected in his murder.
They lying.
I don't believe it. First of all, the 3 men that they have suspected, 2 of them are related, 1 of them are not. The one that got shot, he has an uncle that was also with him, allegedly trying to rob him.
Okay.
Because they drove from Louisiana to Dallas to get weed from Joshua Brown, who testified in the case.
Yeah. How close is that?
Oh, I think they said it's like a 7-hour drive. I remember somebody saying it's probably. I kind of equivalated it the distance between here to New York. It's kind of what I.
Wait a second. Well, how much weed were they trying to get?
To me, I feel like there's like several stops on the way from Alexandria, Louisiana to Dallas that you can go pick up some
all the way to Dallas for some weed?
So it's already sounding a little shifty with that.
Okay, go ahead.
So like I said, the 2 guys, it was the one guy that got shot. He's related to the uncle that's involved in it, and then there's a 3rd guy who doesn't have any relation to the other 2. Well, the uncle and the nephew, they pretty much said it was the 3rd guy that did everything.
Right.
They didn't have much to do with it. They were just pretty much the drivers of the situation, and they kind of had an altercation, but he was the one that got shot by Joshua Brown because Joshua shot back at them.
Okay.
So the one that's saying that he didn't have anything to do with it was the 3rd guy. He was the one that actually got shot. So it's like 9 times out of 10 he was shooting at you because you shot at him.
Right.
But I don't know where they found these guys. I don't know if there was charges that these guys had in Louisiana. They said, look here, you claim these charges and we will lessen your sentence by a whole lot. You won't spend the rest of your life in jail. I don't know, but this whole thing sounds shifty as hell.
So
many questions, right?
So we to assume that it's just a coincidence that he got killed shortly after the trial?
That's what the Dallas Police Department is wanting you to think. And they even went as far as to do a press conference and say pretty much this slander that y'all are bringing to the Dallas Police Department is making it worse for us out here in these streets because people are coming at us and we didn't have anything to do with it. But it's like, what are we going to believe? You are our own damn eyes and our minds. Like, everybody is pretty much saying that this is a setup. It just doesn't sound right that the key witness in this trial is missing. And I know there were other witnesses. There was even a police officer that testified and his identity went like unsealed. No one knows who he is. Why didn't they do the same for the rest of the people who testified?
Right.
And he even mentioned before he didn't want to testify because he thought it would put his life in fear, in danger by testifying. So they should have automatically made sure he was safe regardless. And the Dallas Police Department, y'all
type of protection. Or something.
Y'all failed this young man, and y'all can sit up here and have as many press conferences as y'all want. Y'all failed him, and y'all need to pay. Y'all need to pay.
I'm just so I didn't know all of that when it came to the guys and he shot the third one. I didn't know all of that.
Yeah.
And I just hate that because all of this is going to turn into is this is another black man that was a drug dealer, and you know what I'm saying. It's going to take away from everything that you just said with holding the police department accountable for not doing. You know what I'm saying? It's yeah. I don't believe it. No, because now it's a motive. It's something. It's an ulterior motive at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You have to change the narrative.
And what's the first thing they do all the time? They assassinate
the victim always.
So what did they do?
Fucked up. I didn't know all that.
Yeah. So what did they do? Just the other day they released all the lives he did where he's talking about weed and all.
Right. Of course they did.
So it's just like, don't try to make him out. At the end of the day, all of his charges, the only drug charge he had in his record was having less than a gram of weed on him.
Right. And
so it's not like he got all type of drug charges on him. He has like misdemeanor ass charges. So we're not gonna make this man out to be this big bad drug dealer that's pushing weight and shit.
Right.
And had motherfuckers from Louisiana coming to Dallas to purchase some weed. I'm sorry. I got a little bit more common sense than that. I don't believe it.
I don't know all that. That is disheartening. But
yeah.
Rest in peace to him.
Yes, definitely.
And hopefully because what I was thinking was, the cops always use or they try to they get somebody to do their dirty work for them. So even if it was a drug deal and all that, they still set them niggas up for that. I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about.
Absolutely.
So it just sucks that 4 black men have to just get into some shit because of our fucking government. Because that's all this is at the end of the day.
So at the end of the day, it's going to be 4 of them in jail. Well, one of them dead and 3 of them in jail.
One of them shot. Well, because of y'all. Yeah. Moving on to some more shit I don't believe. Atlanta police have launched an investigation after tinyharris reported that more than $750,000 worth of jewelry was stolen from a vehicle. Yeah, last weekend too.
For the BET Award.
Right.
BET Hip Hop Awards. So Tiny told the police that the theft happened while she and a friend were grabbing drinks at a Midtown Atlanta. She says that she returned to her car around 9:45 to find that her bag containing her wedding rings, watches, and stud earrings was gone. My whole thing is...
what didn't you believe? It was nothing about this that seemed weird.
Oh, to me, everything seemed weird. Because for one thing, I'm not in no Lamborghini or no expensive car. Am I going to leave expensive jewelry in it? Because you already have a vehicle that's hot. Right. People are going to be looking at it. I would think my shit would get stolen. I think this is an insurance fraud. It sounds like some insurance fraud to me.
Really?
Absolutely.
So what?
Why?
They don't have enough money.
Your antennas didn't go up when you
they don't have.
Story?
No, they didn't. They don't have enough money to not lie.
Look, all I'm saying is I don't know they comings and goings of how much money they got. I don't know if they're in the negatives or what. All I know is I'm not leaving no $750. I'm not leaving my wedding band in my car if it's worth enough. If it's worth all that money, especially no expensive ass car in Atlanta of all places, Midtown.
And then during that weekend,
because that was BET Hip Hop Awards. Yeah, right. That was just dumb.
Right. Okay.
So I think it's a little
think that they would lie about something like that, but I guess that makes sense.
Niggas be lying.
Niggas don't never want to believe other niggas though. She really might have gotten robbed, sis.
I don't believe it. Anyway, so what I need the community to know is y'all need to wrap it up. If y'all didn't know.
Oh, bitch. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Girl. So the CDC has issued a warning that syphilis, gonorrhea, and chlamydia infections have reached an all-time high. Now, these are all diseases we've heard about since high school. Right. Like, this was the known. What it is in one particular community in Atlanta, they said that it is, they have to quarantine it. Because there's that many people in this particular area that have STDs. So they have to quarantine. Everybody has to get their little penicillin shot and all that. So it's just like at an all-time high now. When I hear stuff like this, because I already don't trust the CDC as it is.
You don't?
Hell no. Hell no. The little city in Atlanta, they had to quarantine it because...
What city is it?
Child, I didn't write that part down, but all I know is just don't fuck nobody that live in Atlanta.
I was never going to, because I think that all men that live or from Atlanta are bisexual anyway.
That is the going thing.
It is. I don't know anybody in Atlanta that probably does not go both ways.
So do you think going forward, like if you do meet a nice guy,
that's what I was about to say, because remember I used to work at LabCorp. Before I worked at Verizon, I was at LabCorp for about a year. And the LabCorp in Charlotte where I work is the processing center. So we got a lot of the samples and results and things from a lot of facilities. And well, confidentiality, HIPAA, hello. But we got a lot of the results for the Charlotte area. So even working at LabCorp, I found out like about 4 or 5 of my friends having some sort of sexually transmitted disease while working there, which is so crazy because their samples could have went to anybody in my office, but they always came to my desk. Right? That's so crazy. But nonetheless, chlamydia and syphilis was at the highest in Charlotte then, and that was in 2014. So even ever since working at LabCorp, I wasn't having sex with no nigga. I need to see some sort of results. When was your last? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then for me, somebody now, I'm very interested in orgies and shit like that. But now I can't. Right. Because I'm going to get a disease.
Right. It's sad that you can't really be as sexually liberated.
As free as you want because you might catch something.
Okay.
And it's like...
something you can't get rid of.
You know, and this might sound terrible. I'm definitely not encouraging anyone out there to have unprotected sex. But how fun is sex with a condom? Like, let's keep it all the way real. How fun is it? So if I can't be out here just fucking because y'all niggas is gonna give me something, then I'm gonna just stay celibate. I haven't had sex in months, and I'm gonna just keep it at that.
Well, I think you're gonna break eventually.
I'll continue to have sex with myself. I've turned out to be the best lover I've ever had.
Nothing wrong with that. It's the
best lover I've ever had. Okay.
In hell with syphilis being number 1. I mean, in high school, I felt like it was gonorrhea.
Gonorrhea, cramps was a thing back in the day. Syphilis, chlamydia has been around. And then what was the third one?
It was syphilis,
chlamydia,
syphilis, chlamydia, and gonorrhea.
And those are disgusting.
Yes,
I mean,
they are.
Yeah. So I mean, they're all curable. Thankfully for y'all, you know, you can just go and get your antibiotics or your penicillin or whatever to get rid of it. But then the problem with that is people don't go to the doctor and stuff enough.
How they
bitches walking around for months with a stank ass cooch just thinking your pH is off.
Right.
Bitch, no, you have a disease. Same thing with y'all niggas. Y'all wondering why y'all pee smells like that. It's gonorrhea, sir. Right. Please go get it fixed.
And it should not burn ever when you pee.
Ever. That's not okay.
Not. All right, so moving on. My hands starting to itch, child. I can't be talking about all that. All right, so now I don't like talking about this little motherfucker to start off with. Who? Tekashi. So you know he's about to get out December 18th.
Isn't this? I didn't know they had a date.
They have a date, December 18th.
So he'll be dead. I give him until December 26th.
Child, well,
you don't give him that long. He ain't gonna get.
How long you give him to come out before he die?
I mean, he just got a big deal, so.
That's what I was getting ready to say. This nigga just got a $10 million record deal.
But y'all know that he's not gonna. Yeah, that's a lot. Okay. I mean, they're just saying that $10 million is not going to go in his pocket, of course.
It's not going to go in his pocket. That's like over time. You obviously got to give the record label things for them to even give you that money. Right. Like a single,
you
something.
Do 2 albums, I believe.
In
one English
and
one Spanish. Right.
For one thing, he's not going to make it. And for another thing, what I'm not ready for, what I'm mentally not ready for, is to hear Tekashi on the radio repeatedly and people supporting him.
That's what I'm so like.
I'm not ready for that.
It really put a different type of look on snitching. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you quote unquote do the right thing, quote unquote, you'll get rewarded for it. Even though, you know, in hood terms, nigga, nobody should be supporting him at all. But I mean, honestly, he's not, regardless of whatever deal they gave him, regardless of how much security or whatever that he has, somebody, just for the hell of it, is going to try to get at that nigga. Just for the hell, just to say that they got him. You know what I'm saying?
Like, he do everything for clout. They're going to kill him for clout.
They're going to kill him for clout, period. And I don't know what would make, in his mind, he has to be thinking that he's good. I think that he thinks he's all right.
I think he thinks he's gonna be okay. I think
so.
He thinks, especially with him getting this record deal, he probably like, oh, the streets still kind of fuck with me. Like, people do things for clout and everything, but damn.
Right.
Like, these kids, I asked a group of, like, teenagers, I was like, when Tekashi comes out, are y'all gonna listen to his music? They're like, hell no. Like, he's fun on the internet, but no, we don't want to listen to his music. So I'm interested to see who's actually gonna be supporting him. And
did you fuck with him before all of this?
Hell no.
I don't know one Tekashi song. The only song that I know from Tekashi is that song. Oh yes, I did like Fifi with Nicki. I did like that song only because of Nicki's verse.
Right.
But he has a verse on a song with A Boogie, the hoodie that I like. Swerving. How you listen? No. Okay, I still listen to New York stations, so they played in New York a lot. You know, A Boogie's from the Bronx.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that.
So that's the only other. But I've never heard any other record from Tekashi, and he was popping before he got locked up.
He was definitely with him. Who fucked with him? They fucked with
people
him.
in the world.
I'm not of this world, honey. Child, I'm of another world. So Casanova, he has some interesting things to say about it because you know Casanova don't fuck with him. So
Right.
let me see because we ain't got the.
We don't got the. Well, no, we should because we got it on the thing now. It might work. Try it.
You want me to try it?
Mm-hmm. We should try it and see what happens.
Don't hurt, right?
Oh no, yeah, you could just put it up to the mic just in case it don't work. You're right.
Well, let me try the thing first. Oh no.
No. Okay.
It's like Baby Shark. I was hearing or some shit.
Number one artist in the world. Truthfully, like, I never saw, in the course of 12 months, I never saw 10 minutes, 1 million views. And I feel like even the people that's calling him, whatever they call him, shut the, because y'all was sucking it. So, me, I ain't got nothing bad to say about him. Y'all did that. All them guys with him, I don't feel sorry for them at all.
At all.
Right.
I'm saying they went the wrong route to begin with. Who even care about them people that he took off the street? Because nobody cared about them before they met him. They was bums. So who gives a? At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Nobody not jumping out the window and do nothing. You're crazy.
And see, that's my whole thing. I was more upset with the niggas surrounding Tekashi.
Right, because they knew he wasn't really about that life.
Shada, like, all of y'all, like, before even all this went down, I'm looking like, who's the niggas that's co-signing him? First of all, because, like I said, the one show when I got all pissed off about this shit.
That was, 2-3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
They still talking about this shit now.
Girl.
Ass don't play that stuff. Listen, ass don't play.
If you about that life, now me, Sha, we go to work every day, like, we trying to raise all these kids. If something happen, we absolutely will be down to the step.
But
because
guess what?
we not affiliated with no type of gang. Like, we are normal citizens that pay our taxes every year.
That's right.
So in our case, it's a little bit different. But you out here claiming street and claiming hard and claiming thug, and when some shit go down, you done told on everybody. Now December 18th, you gonna get out. Y'all are the dummies. Shoddy, is that his name? Shoddy, Shada, whatever his name is. You're the dummy. Jim Jones, you're fucking dumb.
What's Jim Jones though? What is
Jim Jones and so he was all on recording because he was co-signing Tekashi's shit.
At one point,
he's part of Treyway. So he Tekashi actually got on the stand and talked about Jim Jones, called him a retired rapper.
Yes, I know. That's why Jim Jones not fucking with him now. But
he's not fucking with him now, but he was one of the ones that was co-signing him.
I had no idea.
Yes, and it's like you look stupid now. Anything you put out now, Jim Jones is not gonna go nowhere because the old niggas that's really buying shit, we're not supporting that shit. Right. We're not, because anybody that's seen this situation and thought anything would come good for Tekashi repping y'all shit, y'all ain't in the right frame of mind to have my support.
At all. I
don't support that shit.
I'm too old for this shit anyway. I be listening to the music like, I cannot.
Already.
Where is Luther? Old school 105.3, me please. Right.
She talking about Fat Luther too, y'all.
Right,
she went all the way back.
Okay. Can't get enough Luther.
Okay. So on to some positive shit. Stephen Reed becomes the first black elected mayor of Montgomery, Alabama.
Yes, I saw that.
That shit is dope.
It is.
This is the type of thing that I want to see. You know what I mean? Mayors and shit. So history has officially been made in the city of Montgomery,
Alabama.
Alabama.
Alabama and Mississippi are still like two of the most racist.
Well,
states.
it was like a school last year. I think we talked about it during Hot Topics a couple years ago. Where's a school in Alabama or Mississippi that just got integrated?
Just got
integrated. Now it was something to do with the busing or whatever, but it was still an integrated or a segregated school that finally became integrated after all these years in 2018. Right, some shit like that.
That's amazing. So congratulations to him.
It is. That's dope. I like that. So JT's out of jail.
Oh, bitch, I saw that. I was like, who cares?
You don't fuck with JT?
You know I don't fuck with neither one of them hoes. But go ahead.
You don't like the city girls, so I guess you didn't have like that. Cause they from Miami, girl. They talk like Trina. That's how they talk in Miami.
You heard Trina in an interview. Trina don't talk like that.
Trina done been around the world in ya too.
Right.
So, JT and Young Miami, they just done been bound to Miami. They just got out the country probably a couple years ago. So
did Carisha have a baby? That's what I care about. I want to see the baby.
I want to see the baby too. No, she hasn't had her baby yet. She's still good and big and pregnant.
I'm happy that she's out though. You know, I don't like to hear about women in jail.
Me either.
So that's good for her.
Me either. Not to say, anybody should be out here fraud and performing fraud.
Right, yeah, definitely not condoning illegal activity. But
at the end of the day, we got Tekashi getting out December 18th. He's done far worse than JT.
Right.
So I want her out.
Yes.
Leave Tekashi in and free girls like JT out. Put them out. All right, so moving on, the BET Hip Hop Awards. We touched on this.
Did you watch it?
I was hit and miss. That's why I didn't really know the Lil' Kim thing.
Okay,
so you can go into that. But the baby, shout out to him.
And you know what? The baby was on that stage like 4 times, and he won Best New Hip Hop Artist as well.
That was like his top. And some of the people in that category were Blueface, Lil Nas X, Megan Thee Stallion, Roddy Ricch, and YB and Corbett.
So for him to get number 1, I thought that was dope. He definitely shouted out Charlotte in his acceptance speech. But it was just dope to see him like. The baby is on every hot track that's out right now. The niggas featured on it. Period. So that's why he was on the stage so much. So that was good for him. They even said Tom Brady, I think, listens to him to get like turned. Oh, to get turned. Yeah.
I can see that. Shout out to our girl Meg Thee Stallion. She wins Best Mixtape. Did you see her little pre-show when a dog peed on her?
Yes, I saw it on Shade Room or something.
We would have been having dog burgers.
I would have tore the dog up. We used to beat our dog. I would have beat that damn dog.
Ooh, Peter gonna be on your ass.
That's fine. I don't have a dog no more. So suck my dick, Peter.
So, P Fine was talking about the Lil' Kim situation. I did not. Shout out to my girl Lil' Kim because they stay hating on her
because the people don't. I feel like people need to cut Kim. I love Kim as well, and people are I think overshadowing her experience and her gifts to the game with how she looks. You see what I'm saying? That's all it is. They more focused on how she looks now, but they don't realize.
Comment she made about the her identifying as Latina, which I think people took that out of context. Right. I think she just meant. I think in most places in New York, it's heavily Spanish populated.
She's from Brooklyn at that. Right.
And if she lived around them, I can see how she can kind of relate to that particular culture.
Neighbors ain't always eating all their food and shit. Everybody, they own all the stores. I mean. Come on.
I think people took that out of context.
I think they did as well. So
I ain't literally take that as her wanting to be fucking Latina.
And then all of these new kids, they grew up with Nicki. So they think don't realize that Kim is the one that paved the way for Nicki and not the other way around. You know what I'm saying? So, and then also they don't realize Kim went through a lot emotionally. You can tell somebody that they're beautiful all day, but if they don't believe it, this is the type of shit that they do.
Right.
And she thinks she look good now, so who are we to judge? She was still the hottest fucking female rapper of the 90s, and can't nobody take that away from her. So she finally got her things, honey. She got was it Icon or Trailblazer?
Yeah, she got the Icon,
Hip Hop Icon Award.
Hip Hop Icon.
So what everyone said, they had Missy Elliott, who else was it? A lot of people speaking, about her and her whatever.
Like a tribute.
At the tribute, yes, thank you. And when her acceptance speech, just seeing her up there talking, it was awkward to say the least. She seemed nervous. She seems, I'm not gonna say ill prepared, but she's not a good speech giver, I guess. But so to get an award like that, you would expect a more put together something. You know what I'm saying? But she went up there, and I feel like she wanted to talk her shit, and that's what she did. And she said, she was always wondering why. Basically, what it came down, what P Fine was talking about, is that she was like, she always asks, why hasn't she ever, because she's never gotten a BET award before. And she was saying, you know, asking her, somebody, you know, why haven't I gotten it? And the person told her, you know, you're bigger than BET. You don't want those regular awards kind of thing. So she was like, you know, and you could hear the audience was like, oh, yeah, right, exactly, because you're at the BET Awards now.
I mean,
but she ended it with saying, this is not a regular award. You know, so you know what I'm saying? So
but
she
the headline was Lil' Kim called BET Awards regular,
but they did not. They failed to mention it. She said the award that she received was not a regular award. So yeah, I might not have gotten Best Female, whatever. That's regular, and that's fine. Congratulations to whoever. But I got the icon shit, you know.
And that's the one you're gunning for at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, and she deserved it.
I get that. I get that. It's not just a regular.
And remember, the BET Awards were not out in the 90s when Kim was out either.
Exactly.
You have to remember that.
We live in a totally different time. We have social media awards. Like if we had half these award shows back then, Lil' Kim would have
different. She would have
dominated all of the categories. Absolutely.
Exactly. So she did her little performance and all that after, and she just looks awkward. But shout out to Kim. Still love you, mama.
Absolutely. Always. So also some other good news in Atlanta. Everything brings us back to Atlanta. Tyler Perry opened his studio.
Now we could have started off with this. This was the most beautiful shit I saw all week.
I mean,
get into it, sis.
The black power that you saw in that room. He opened the studios prior to Diane Carroll dying. She already had a soundstage attributed to her. If y'all don't know, in his studios, like all his sound stages are named from phenomenal black people. Like he has a Diane Carroll. He has a
Spike Lee.
And you know, Spike Lee don't even fuck with him.
They cool now. Though.
They cool now. I didn't know if
Spike Lee was there.
He was there. I promise you, I was thinking. I was like, was Spike Lee down to the opening? Because he had a few disparaging things to say about Tyler Perry.
But they sat down.
I feel like at this point, you cannot hate on Tyler Perry. Like if you don't agree with him wearing the dresses or whatever, his art form and the way that he does things, at this point, you cannot hate on him. He's opened the whole studio, like he said, where he said he does not want to sit at the table. He wants to actually build the table. He wants to create the table that we. Everything that he's done positive and everything that he wants for the black community, he showed us how to do it. So it's like, how could you hate on that? But I am glad to hear that him and Spike Lee. Yes. I ain't gonna lie, I took Spike Lee's side. Like, well, he do got the black people looking bad, but he really didn't.
But the difference, though, that we have to, I feel like the difference that we have to recognize when it comes to Tyler Perry in comparison to
Spike.
No, not Spike Lee. Just in comparison, maybe to others that we may accuse of cooning, quote unquote, right? Tyler Perry wore the dress and all that they claim, you know, men in Hollywood have to do. You know what I'm saying? To get ahead, right? Level. But Tyler Perry did that with his own movies. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a movie written by a white person.
Right.
You know, it wasn't an idea created by a white person. He started off with plays that he went to black churches and that black churches supported. You see, he took our money to get big, put out all these big movies that were still black casted for the most part. And then he used that money now have his own. It's not the same.
It's not the same. It's apples to oranges, and I hate when people do that. When they compare something like, but what about this? This has nothing to do with that. It's not the same.
He didn't do it for white people. All of this has always been for us, and then he's the Tyler Perry solid. I don't give a fuck, regardless of whatever issues y'all have with the dress and all of that. I don't give a fuck about none of that because Tyler Perry hired the most black people within these last couple of... Tyler Perry is for us. Like, you cannot... Undoubtedly, he's for us. You can't...
Yeah.
If you don't give that man his credit for that, you fucking crazy.
I very rarely comment on things. Like, when I see shit, I'm not the one to really comment. But one thing I will always comment on is anything dealing with black issues. Like, you're going to see a comment, Ashby704, she said something about it. And when it's things about Tyler Perry, I do not like people talking bad about Tyler Perry. Right. I really have to get it, because I really will go back and forth with somebody I don't know who live in Timbuktu, who the fuck cares, about some shit about Tyler Perry don't even know who the fuck I am. So I really got to get that under control, because I'm really going back and forth about a girl about this Evelyn Lozano thing. What happened? I was going back and forth about somebody, just kind of transitioning to another topic. I don't know if do you watch Basketball Wives?
I do not watch it, but I've seen all the clips.
I haven't watched Basketball Wives in a long time, but I try to catch up on it when I can. This season, I probably saw a couple episodes, because if I see a scene on the Shade Room, I'll try to watch that episode just to
so that
see
you
that.
can get
See that
everything.
scene.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Right.
But I did used to watch it back in the day, so I kind of know how Evan Lozada, and I know how a lot of the girls work on. I know the basis of the show, so pretty
is it
much.
True when they say that she really is she used to be a bully or whatever, is that true?
Evelyn's definitely a bully.
Okay.
What the whole concept of Basketball Wives is Shawnee is Evelyn. Jennifer was in a Mean Girl clique, but she kind of got kicked out of the clique. But what it is those are the two main girls, and what it is, the new girls that they bring on, they pretty much try to kiss the ass of either Evelyn or Shawnee to try to get in that upper echelon of Basketball Wives.
Right.
Fuck that means. Like, none of these hoes is married. So
except Jackie, right?
Jackie is married. She's like the only one. They talk so much shit about Jackie. So now there's this whole thing where they're saying everybody's racist. Colorist, because I know there's a difference between racism and colorism and all that.
She can't be racist because she's a minority.
She's a minority, and that's what I want people to understand. Shawnee or Evelyn cannot be racist, because trust and believe it, VH1 cut their ass off. Shawnee nor Evelyn have the coins to buy VH1 and air their show.
Right.
Like, the show cuts off, that's just the end of it. They don't have no power, no real power to be racist.
Right.
And that's what racism is. You hold the power to make effective changes that affect other people.
That affect minorities. Exactly. Right. And they're minorities, so that makes no sense.
They're not racist. Now, colorism, I can kind of see, because although they glorify black cock and want it all in them every which way, when it comes to the women, they kind of play them.
They do, yeah. And
they kind of put them in position. Now, OG, she's the other character. She's the other, I don't want to call her a character. She's the other castmate on the show. She came in, she has these African features.
Because she's Nigerian.
She's Nigerian. African features, wide nose. She's not ugly by far. That shit pisses me off when they call her ugly, because she don't have the features, European features. She's ugly. She's not ugly. And when she came on the scene, I'm not even gonna lie, when she first came on the scene, I was like, she coming on a little too strong. Like, calm down.
Right.
But now it's gotten to the point where they've made OG, she plays football professionally. She's a retired professional football player.
Oh, so the bitch is brolic.
She's fucking like, y'all don't want no smoke with OG.
Right. And so that's why this is Evelyn can't beat her.
Evelyn can't beat her. And the comment Evelyn made, to me, she's an elitist.
Okay.
The comment that she made is she didn't like the fact that OG came to her in an authoritative manner. So that lets me know you don't like authority. You don't like nobody to come at you no type of way, because it makes you feel like you're inadequate or whatever. So when the reunion came around, usually it's Evelyn that's, in everybody's face. All of a sudden she don't want OG on the stage. She can't take her. She needs to be on a separate stage. She brought my abuser in this. Evelyn used to fuck with Ocho Cinco.
Right.
Came out that Ocho Cinco, while he was fucking with Evelyn, tried to talk to OG. So Evelyn's calling OG ugly and all this, and OG's like, your man wanted me, so he didn't think I was ugly. And so Evelyn called herself contacting Chad Ochocinco, the guy that she headbutted her and her abuser.
She hates and scared of so much. Right.
Called him and was like, did you try to talk to OG? Of course, he sends her the DMs, deleted every response that he made to her, so it made it look like she was
just him.
all in her DMs. OG comes like, yeah, those are the DMs that he could have altered, but let me show you the text messages. Evelyn's face dropped. She was looking stupid. She showed her the text message showing they was talking when y'all was married. So Evelyn's all in the
that's trifling on behalf of OG.
Absolutely. It's trifling on OG's part, but OG was approaching it like, I know you or do you have a girl? Chad said, I'm dealing with somebody. OG was like, well, we could be best friends. Like, she didn't fuck him or anything. She just was, whatever. Not saying it's right, but whatever. Now it's a situation that Evelyn feels like that she kind of got egg on her face. Now it's a situation where Evelyn doesn't want any parts of OG. People are claiming that Evelyn's colorist and she's racist. I don't think it's either one of them.
Neither one of them.
I think she's an elitist. She thinks that there's people beneath her. Like the whole Sin Santana thing. You remember when Sin made that statement about Joe Budden?
But
she was like, black men, they cater to us black women. What y'all don't realize, you got the same puss as a black woman.
Right.
Like, women have the same puss. Some of them get juicier than others, but for the most part, women have the same puss. Don't think your puss is greater than the next bitch.
Just because
that
you're
you can
Latina,
keep a whole
right.
man. Yeah, that you can keep a man. A man with his own brain, his own thoughts, his own fucking what he wants.
Because Vincent and Joe ain't together no more.
Are not together at all. So it's just like, I think it's a whole elitist behavior. But what I won't do anymore is go back and forth with anybody on the internet. Because I really was going back and forth with somebody and I stopped myself like, am I talking?
Were you going back and forth? You didn't say, did you say that? I didn't hear you say that. Don't you ever?
I know. Because I was looking at my, like, wow, okay, I'm done. I'm logging off. Like, it's not even worth it. I think it was just a whole hot button because I've watched the show before. And bitch, Evelyn, I know how you are. How you filing a whole restraining order when I didn't see you throw whole wine bottles at motherfuckers.
Right.
Like, I'm talking about whole wine bottles. So it's just like, now that you, what is it? The heat's in the kitchen or whatever. The kitchen's too hot. What is it? That's what the bitch is doing. Get the fuck out the kitchen.
Stay out the kitchen if you can't take the heat or something.
Bam.
If you can't take the heat, stay out the kitchen.
Stay the fuck out the kitchen. Right. Evelyn, get the fuck out the kitchen. You can't handle all of this. Like, what you're doing.
I saw that she tried to do the restraining order and it got denied. Bitch, get the fuck out of here. I can't see, they too old to still be acting.
And the thing about it, they be trying to come at Jackie for her age. Meanwhile, Jackie's been married all these years.
Yeah, they've been married for 20-something years, right? Mm-hmm. I can't believe her husband condones her behavior.
I know.
I would have been.
He probably like, look, you gonna have to bring in the money. The money, right? And did all this. Do what you gotta do. He probably be sitting at home fucking golfing. He probably go out and golf.
No, he
don't be
got a little young thing that don't do all that.
Right.
That's a fact. I'm sorry, they married. I'm sorry. No.
Whatever he got, it works for
that.
Right. He deaf to the side chick. Whatever they got, it works for them. Y'all try to come at Jackie, call her old and shit. Bitch, y'all a couple years younger than Jackie.
Right.
If she 51, y'all 48.
Period.
So what we're not gonna do is play that game. And that's all I gotta say about that whole hashtag Evelyn Lozada. I'm not speaking on it no more. I'm no longer supporting Basketball Wives because I don't like the narrative that Shani, as the executive producer, is pushing out that this girl is a threat when you sit next to your friend Evelyn, who's a bigger threat, and LaQuisha Malaysia, who's an even bigger threat, trying to come in. No, I can't do that.
Yeah, I don't watch, so I can't. I have no words.
Good.
I'm just waiting
glad you don't watch
my Housewives because now since everyone is back, that's what I'm waiting on. Because that trailer, bitch.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm waiting on. We can talk about that every week if you want. That's the fact.
Girl, so it could be just us, the CEO, and the
looking like, well, what the fuck? Right.
They don't know nothing wrong.
Now, what I do want to shout out, I don't know if you was asleep, you said yesterday, so you might not have caught it, but The Read premiered on Fuse last
I watched
night.
it today. How was it?
It was good. It's the show. They did have DeSuze and Mero on as their first guest. It's only 30 minutes, though.
The show was
only 30 minutes, so Hot Tops and all that was very condensed.
Clearly, we need an hour show.
Right, yeah, it's only 30 minutes.
Wow.
But they looked beautiful. Crystal got her.
I seen her with her lace front.
Yes, with her lace front. Makeup popping.
Yes.
And, you know, I have my moments with her. You know what I'm saying?
She reminds. That's why she's like a friend I can have, like a friend that you disagree with every once in a while.
Right.
But you know you fucks with her because
with her,
fundamentally you agree with what she said.
Exactly.
But she do say some things. I'm like,
wait a minute. I don't know, Crystal.
I know about that.
They look dope. And it was a good first show. Yes, I definitely tuned in. So every Friday, I'm promoting them like they hours.
Right.
But those are my best friends. So,
free ad, free press.
Every Friday on Fuse. That's 169 on Time Warner or Spectrum.
Okay.
And it was good. It was
30 minutes though?
It was only 30 minutes. Yeah.
And you know it's good they still have their podcast because you can still get your
right.
I'm pretty sure they can't say everything.
Now they did allow them to curse. It was one part where Kid Fury, I guess, was doing the absolute most, so they bleeped it all out and they put a disclaimer at the bottom that says we don't have enough money to pay for this part. But they allow them to say nigga, of course. For whatever reason, nigga never gets blurred out. They can say that. They said shit a few times, I think. I don't think they said the F word though. Or fuck. I can say it. But yeah. Yeah,
we can say anything.
I was gonna say whatever the fuck I want, but
right. So you got to still listen to their podcast if you want to hear to them. Yeah, hear them really cuss. Yes, it's Tuesday music.
So
now.
it was good though. I definitely tuned in.
Let me tell you, I'm proud of them because that kind of gives me hope for what we
They were
got
doing
going
it,
on.
but that also shows they were doing it. Kid Fury was doing it by himself for years before they joined together, and then they did it for 5 years
I used
before
to
it got
love
to this.
his. By the way, Kid Fury, you need to get back to doing your YouTube videos. Damn shit.
I only watched like two because Brittany that's when I was trying to get into radio, and Brittany kept telling me to watch him.
Kid Fury.
And I never did. It wasn't. And y'all was talking about the read. You and our old engineer was talking about the read for however long, and I just started listening last year.
Yeah.
But no, I understand why. And it goes to show though that you can't rush everything. It's not This is not a microwave industry. You got.
And it also shows whatever's meant for you is for
going
you.
to be
Like,
because they didn't have to do no antics or nothing to get to where they are.
Right, and that's what I love when I see people make it without
That's
having
genuine.
to do fucking foolish.
Exactly.
Like you didn't have to come out the week before with some fake press about you gotta do that.
Right.
Like this Kalani and YG thing, y'all for real.
Yo, I think
I
that's
don't
cute.
believe it. I ain't buying it. Next
I think that
case.
is cute. I saw Kel said the same thing. Like, girl, your PR. She was like, your PR. Is this what the best they could come up with?
Kel, you might need to put them on your roster because I didn't believe it, child.
I
did
think
not.
they're cute together.
They look cute together. That's why they were casted with each other.
So why is it fake? Why do y'all think that is fake?
Because I don't know why they do this in that industry. Because I guess it's because it's like for the eye appealing factor of the whole thing. They look gorgeous together, so automatically they'll put on a front for this relationship. If they both got projects coming out at the same time, they will behind the scenes. Y'all link,
and for whatever reason, Kalani hasn't popped. You know, and she's dope, but I don't know why she hasn't popped.
So let's put her with YG and see what happens.
I mean, I guess he popping on the West Coast, because over here, only song I know from YG is My Nigga, right? That's the end of it. From like 4 years ago.
Yeah,
that's YG?
My nigga.
That's a long time ago though.
I didn't even know that was YG.
Yeah, that's YG.
Oh, I like that new song. Good song, dun 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 dun. The little Mexican song.
Oh yeah, what's it called?
I
It's
forgot.
something Mexican too.
Yeah, I was listening to
it's
that.
something Spanish. I mean.
Yeah, I was listening to that in the car, and I went home, and I was already making tacos that day. RJ was like, "Mommy, you making tacos because you heard that YG song?" I'm like, "No, don't no celebrities influence my life like that." Gosh. Meanwhile, I'm going back and forth on Instagram about Evelyn fucking Lozada.
Right. I can't believe you. You're too old, sis.
I know.
You're entirely too old. Are we gonna do a topic? Because I saw something today.
Okay.
It's not really a topic. I just had a question.
How long is that?
We have 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I saw today a meme that says car conversations will like prove to you whether a motherfucker could talk or not, for real. Now, I have not had a car, so basically a nigga pulls up to your house or you pull up to his or whatever, and y'all sit in a car.
People might take that wrong. You said, I don't have a car.
Oh, I haven't had a car conversation. I've had a vehicle since I was 16 years old. Fuck around with it, first of all. Second of all, I haven't had a car conversation in years.
When you say car conversation, you mean someone in the car with you and y'all just...
Yes, so like my last car conversation might have been 2010 that I can remember, where a nigga came and he pulled. I was at my dad's house. That's when I graduated from college, and I was staying back in New York with my dad. He pulled up to my dad's house, and I went and sat in the car, and so naturally, we just started talking or whatever. But the next time that he came over, he was like, "So what are we about to do?" And I was like, I'm thinking like we can't just sit here and talk. He was like, "Nigga, that's whack." He basically called me whack, but I thought it was because that's how you can get to know somebody. Like, what are we rushing?
Was trash.
No, niggas want to go in the back seat.
Okay, got
but,
you. Want to go to the hotel.
Or some shit, right? But I'm saying all this to say though that that was 2010 that I can remember, of course. Social media has gotten so big now that I meet guys now and our conversation doesn't go past maybe a few sentences, and it's always through text or whatever it is, and I never talk to them again, and it's not, I don't think twice about it. It's just like whatever, we didn't click or whatever it is. But when I was trying to talk to a guy the other night, and the conversation went a little longer, but I was really like racking my brain on as to what to say next, because I don't know how to have a conversation any fucking more.
You do.
I think that we need to have more car conversations.
We definitely do.
I'm not gonna go out with these niggas no more. I don't let niggas know where I live anymore, not in this day and age, but I will meet you in some parking lot and we're gonna Let's sit in the car
and have a talk.
Am I whack?
No, hell no. That is actually really good. That's really good, and that's something we need to get back to. I did that, like, I think it was last summer. You know, I went through my little divorce.
Yeah, right.
I ain't really want nobody around my child.
Right.
We gonna chill in the car.
Right.
You not meet my child. Ordered a pizza, child, and everything to the fucking car. Girl, yeah. So it was like, that's when I knew, like, I can have a conversation with this person. But it's like people that I meet, like in the club or something, they want to, like, have this meaningless text. I don't like doing shit meaningless.
I hate and I don't understand why text messages have just become the way of communication now. Mm-hmm. I need somebody needs to call me. If you don't call, I'm assuming we're not going to talk again.
But do you get, okay, so these guys that are texting you, are they like texting you like bullshit? Like,
yeah, most of the time, I can't stand what's up, what you doing type ass nigga. That's what you get a lot. Get some stuff about yourself.
That today.
Like,
I think it was Kale that put it.
What she say?
A girl that pays $2,000 a month on
don't have time
for what you doing.
I sure don't.
So real, like I don't have time for meaningless shit. Like I have to know this conversation is an a mean to the end. Like I want to know what's after this. Then what? Like,
but then it's like,
where are we going from this conversation?
And so I mean, I guess, and that's why it's important to whatever next nigga I fuck with or whatever, we gonna have to be friends, because it seems you have to get that comfortable with them too. Because if I'm talking to a guy, the conversation is dry as fuck, whereas I can text my best friend or y'all and we could be talking literally about nothing, but the conversation will continue to go. But you have to get to that comfortability with somebody you see what I'm saying?
But do you think it comes to a point where you're like, you're not really feeling this guy, or you know what it is, like I just really want to fuck this nigga and that's it?
No,
because I haven't the conversation. Keep the conversation.
No, because it hasn't been anybody that I just wanted to. I haven't seen anybody where it's like, I just want to fuck you, and you know what I'm saying. It's always been on some, like, I want to have an action. Let me see.
You want some depth. Like
yeah, and I don't know why, because you know what's crazy. I claim that I want, because I might have my moments where it's like, oh, I'm bored or I'm lonely or whatever. So. But then I start talking to you, and I know I don't want a boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? I know I don't want a relationship, so I might be wasting these niggas' time.
Are you a relationship girl?
No, I'm not. But that doesn't mean that I'm not a relationship type girl. But when I get in one, they last forever. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I know it has to be some sort of depth to something in it, like you were saying, because we gonna be together for that long anyway. I'm sure that's what ends up happening. You know, niggas fall in love with a bitch. Shit, so you just can't get rid of niggas be loving my ass. Okay,
but I feel what you're saying, because that's my struggle, like being comfortable with somebody.
Because when I tell
especially when you give yourself to somebody else and that shit don't work out, it's like, God,
what am I doing it for? Let me read y'all the text message, because I'm telling y'all, when I was really trying to figure out, bitch, the text messages is dry as fuck. Took us all night for nothing, because I was really trying to, because he didn't, I met him, I am on dating apps, right? I'm on BLK, that's where we first came in contact with each other.
How you do on dating apps?
I met Eric on a dating app. We met on Plenty of Fish. So dating apps, you know what I will say for every woman, especially if you're cute, I guess, for real. You know, I say dating apps, especially apps like bullshit apps like Plenty of Fish and all that. It's a confidence boost. If you just need a big pick me up for the day,
get your feet
ass on Plenty of Fish, because you'll have all the niggas sliding in. Hey, beautiful, you're so gorgeous. No, sometimes you just need to see that.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, you don't have to go looking for love, but if you just want somebody,
especially when you've been in a relationship, you want to get your feet, put your big toe back in the water
just a little bit. But I get turned off very quick now. You know what I'm saying? So the conversations don't ever. I just get my quick. You're so beautiful. Thank you, and I keep it moving. You're not going to hear it today. Right. But so the conversations was taking forever and we talked about nothing. So
it was like too late. Okay.
Right. So it was, what's up with you? That's him. Nothing really. Just getting home from work. What's good with you? He says, just got done working out, about to find something to eat. He asked me if I lived in Charlotte. Yeah, I live in Charlotte. And then what's crazy, we texted, didn't know the nigga's name. So I said to him, so I texted you and I still don't know your name. Right. Wasn't no interest. That's what texting. Awkward as fuck. He tells me his name. Then It took me 3 hours to text a nigga back because I was dealing with my baby. So now I text him, I said, my fault for the delay. I'm terrible at texting, LOL.
Right.
He says, clearly. So boom, there's some comedy there. When you get a little laughter, it makes it a little more comfortable, right?
Right.
All right, so then I said,
I'll be back.
You'll be back.
Okay, see you later, baby. You gonna sit up? Okay. So then I said, I had no idea what to say, so I said, so tell me about yourself. Right?
Oh gosh.
This is when I knew that this conversation is gonna be right. Because bullshit. He says, I said, tell me about yourself. I suck at that. Ask me what you wanna know. I threw my phone down.
Mommy,
how do you suck at talking? We only got 10 minutes. You did good the whole show. Can you chill?
Restless.
Right.
Let me tell you.
But I'm saying, so you want it?
That's one thing I don't like about certain guys. When I had to take the lead in,
I'm telling you to tell me about yourself so that you can take the lead and tell me what you want to know. And you can't. I don't understand. That's what I feel like that's the age that we are now. That we're not even comfortable enough to say, I'm 30. I have a child. You know what I'm saying?
Right. People want to put up a fake ass facade of who they want people to think
that they are, for one. Or just or people, if you ask somebody like, what are your intentions? What do you want to act for and all that, makes it seem like I'm automatically trying to bag you.
Right.
I just really want to know what's up. Like, what do you have any expectations? And you know what I'm saying? Like, how are we supposed to have any type of growth or conversation if you can't? You know what I'm saying? You can't even answer a simple question.
Right.
So even from then, I just knew we had little backs and forth after that.
Text him back.
He said he didn't have any kids and something else, and he was like, is that good enough? I said, I mean, I guess if that's what you wanted me to know, then that's fine.
Damn.
Right. And I told him about me, and I told him I said I have a podcast, that's my main passion or whatever. And he asked, what do we talk about? That's everybody's next question. What do y'all talk about? That's bad luck. Pick the bag up. He asked about that. I told him, what we talk about and all that. Okay, that's good. So then I asked him, what do you do? And he tells me he works at Wendy's. I took it as a joke because you're a grown-ass man. He might be the manager or whatever, and I'm not here to judge. Get your money, however. You ain't my man. Shit.
Right.
Okay? And I said, right, but I did, you got to hook up on the Frosty because a bitch do love a Frosty. So let me get a medium Frosty, and then you go on my
RJ every play date. What up? We can get the Wendy's.
Okay, real quick. Let me get her kids meal for the free. And, shh, please. And but you see what I'm saying? But
I do see
it took me forever
that
to
would
think
actually
of something.
irritate me.
But it took me forever to think of something, and we said nothing. What did y'all get from that conversation? Absolutely nothing. What was the point? Absolutely nothing. So how do you date in 2019?
You know how you date in 2019? Yeah, if you want to know anything about me, follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Facebook and all that, and that's how you can find out the most about me. Like, look, we living in real time these days. There's still some individuals. We're going to have to wrap this up because Erie's like,
hey, we're doing a lot, and she just loud.
I just wanted to say this last day. We live in a time where social media is taking over. Social media is taking over.
But the bad thing with social media,
and that's how people know how to communicate through via text
and DMs.
Not even what you're doing no more. It's WYD.
Right.
Question mark.
Facts. They
like
don't even spell it out.
Shortening even the fucking communication through text message. So it's like we're screwed. We're screwed.
So when you say screwed, what do you mean?
Child, you just don't.
When I hear things like I'm screwed, that makes me think that I'm gonna have to go backwards and go find somebody from my past.
Hell no. No.
Not my last.
When I say we're screwed, when I say we're screwed as far as you trying to find somebody that's like, I see what you're saying about those dating apps and stuff,
right.
But I don't want nobody that's involved in no social media.
Right.
Where are they at? People that don't care about that shit.
Off the grid a little bit.
Off the grid a little bit. Only because we gotta be on the grid.
Right.
For what
we have to be.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me get somebody that's off the grid, ain't really into none of that. Like, you can't even meet nobody in church these days. I would say go to church.
And then, but you know what's crazy? One of my best friends was dating a guy that was heavy in the church, youth minister, all of that. Child, they were together for mad long before he finally invited her to the church. Get to the church and find out he got a whole live damn near fiance at the church. His bold ass brought his side piece, quote unquote, that she didn't know she was the side piece, to the church with his main girl and introduced them.
So did he think that she was just gonna be okay with it and be like,
I don't think that he thought that she was gonna be okay. I think that he just didn't give a fuck. But that just goes to show that niggas is trash. Niggas are bold.
Girl.
So even when I hear things, no, can't even rely on the church for real either.
Right.
So, and then chlamydia, syphilis, and gonorrhea is at an all-time high. So I can't get a man or no dick.
So
what am I here for?
So he invited her to the church.
Oh, you stuck on that?
Yes, I'm thoroughly confused. He invited her to the church knowing full well he had going on, so he was just expecting her to come to the church and be like, oh, I don't see none of that.
I know.
You think it was a test for him to see if she would go along with it and just be okay with it and just... see her after church and she not say nothing about it and then like, please don't say nothing about it.
I really think that it was he didn't care. I really think that it was y'all can meet and whatever happens is what I think. That's just how, for you to do something like that,
that's bold as fuck.
Niggas think that they, especially when they think they putting it down and all that. She ain't going nowhere. Type.
Or they think they got this air about them, and you're lucky to have me, man.
Right?
No, I'll never feel that way.
Right. So there's no hope for 20. There's no. I'm not.
We're not gonna say no. It's not no hope, Sha. What I am saying,
I got some cute outfits that I want to wear on a little date. Right.
I see what you, like I said, I see what you're saying about these dating apps, but I don't think that's where it's at. I think getting out and actually finding.
See, I don't do shit. See, that's the problem right now.
See, we got to go outside.
I don't want to.
I don't either, Sha. But that's the only thing because you keep.
Wait, bitch, you got him in. So what the fuck?
At the end of the day.
Where you met him at?
I met him. He worked at the same place.
Oh yes. You told me. See, and then all the niggas at my job whack. So let me tell y'all real quick. We got a couple of minutes. Okay. It's a guy at my job that has caught my eye. Right. He's now it's a person at my job that I'm cool with is cool with him. We have a mutual friend. And the mutual friend. Shut up. The mutual friend told me that he's younger than us. Right? So, of course, that's a red flag number one. Because me and the mutual friend were the same age, but he's like 27-ish or so.
Girl,
he's younger. I like older. Y'all know I like my niggas old.
Okay.
But he's a younger man. He comes, but I need to go a different route. Y'all know I have a thing for New York niggas and all. I need to get away from that. And he's
your preference.
He's a dork.
I do know your type.
You know my type. And he comes off like he's handsome, but he comes off like a dork to me. He's kind of corny, a little nerdy, not nerdy. I'm not gonna say nerdy. He comes off. He seems like a nice guy, which he probably still is trash. He's just not my type, I guess.
But see, Sha,
I need to go a different way, right?
You do. You keep saying. You just said 3 times. That you need to try
something different. However, he not giving me no play, y'all. We make eye contact and stuff on a daily basis. He won't because he's corny. He's one. I like my niggas aggressive. You know what's up? I like that shit. He's not that type. So I would have to. I know that, and I know that I could bag. I know I could bag the nigga. Right. But I'm trying not to.
You want him to approach you?
I do. I would prefer
as you should
because just in case. Because the way he comes off, I don't want to come off too strong. Because, a bitch like me be like, nigga, what's up?
Right.
I done seen, what up, my nigga? Bring that ass here, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Quick.
Right.
But that's the only, and what's crazy, I saw him talking to another bitch the other day, y'all. Who the fuck
I know
is
you
that
ain't getting
bitch?
mad.
You know I did.
Get your man.
Because
come Monday, get your man.
So I'm like, I don't know.
Because you know what? When you start talking about that shit and you talked about him, like how he's kind of caught, that might be what you need.
I know, but
I don't
get a corny nigga. How you get a corny nigga?
Without,
because I was trying to figure out ways like, how can I ask him right? I don't have a work question to ask.
Right.
We never in the break room at the same time. What you eating for lunch type shit. So how the fuck?
But why can't y'all go through the mutual friend? Like,
because the mutual friend talk too fucking much type nigga. You know what I'm saying?
And then you don't want it to be a high school thing, but tell him I think he's cute
right. I'm grown as fuck.
Right.
But then see, I'm too grown. Well, I be like, so my nigga, what's up? I seen you around. I'm trying to fuck. What up?
Now, see, you gonna scare that boy. He's
Right, like you trying to give up these drawers, and nah, my nigga, cause that's
don't scare the man, Shy. Cause I think that might be promising.
I love shit like that.
Right,
you fucking somebody at work.
Girl, you might do that shit. You might literally see the hearts in his.
But that's and you know what's crazy? That's a pride thing. That's what I want. I want the nigga to fall in love with me.
And that's what I think.
I just want him to fall in love with me, and I'm a double him.
That's fucked up, Shy.
That's what I want because
that's fucked up. If he listening, he like, oh shit.
Because the rumor is right that it was some other bitches that he might have been fucking with before I got there that they was all in love with, you know, like fiending for him type shit, and you know he threw him to the wayside. So you know I heard that like,
oh yeah, not me.
I can get that nigga in. That's a pride thing.
It is.
And I want it. Just so I can say I got that. You see that nigga coming over bringing me lunch.
Right.
Yes, nigga.
I think this might be promising because I think it'll be a situation. Right, that's exactly what the fuck gonna happen. While you think you got this nigga in the bag, he gonna be like, yeah, you gonna
better not.
Look, she gonna be sneaking. Hey, babe, what's up? I'm recording right now. I can't. Okay, I love you. Bye. Like, shut up.
I would be so. We would never play the show again. Then hopefully this shit didn't record. You know,
no, it definitely recorded. Anyways, I think that
wrap it up. I think there'll be a few minutes short, but it's fine.
Okay, well, add a song in it.
Shit.
He do what he want to do anyway. Pick the artist of the week
and just stick somebody up in there.
That's right. That's right. Anyways, that's No Advisory Podcast. Make sure you follow us on all of our social media: IG, YouTube, all of that. We do got a videographer now. I'm looking. Look, our YouTube page is monetized. I'm trying to make some coin off of this.
You need that whole basketball watch.
I should have.
We need to cut that into something so we can put that up for him.
Okay.
Because they talking about that shit crazy on YouTube. I'm trying to get a little coin, a YouTube coin.
Hello. And my baby be watching them little toy videos and shit now.
Do she? My son used to watch those when he was younger.
I can't believe that that's the thing, but...
And I'm talking about millions of views.
Facts.
All right, so No Advisory Podcast, that wraps up the show. It's your girl, Ash B.
Your girl, Shaboogs.
Holding it down.
And the baby, Ariana, No Advisory.
Featuring, you're right, featuring your Ari.
You're not going to say bye? Say bye-bye.
Say bye-bye. That's No Advisory Podcast. Bang.
You're now live in 7.8 Saturday.